What is financial literacy? What is it? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey YouTube, this is Justin Vest. My name is Justin.
My name's Shay.
That's Shay. Again, welcome. So, what is financial literacy? Well, literacy is the ability to read and write. So, what do you think financial literacy means? Basically, how to efficiently and effectively manage and spend your money. So, financial literacy is something that the school systems has failed us on. I believe this is a class that should have been taken as a graduation requirement. Unfortunately, at least when I was in school, it wasn't. So we were really let down on this information. This is something that a lot of people should have been talking about, and it's something that a lot of people don't really talk about. So this is a very important subject, and we need to discuss this like ASAP. So there are three main categories that I will break down financial literacy under. The first is affordability. And what I mean by affordability, I mean if you're making $30,000 a year, you should not be buying a $40,000 brand new car. Doesn't make any sense. Second category would be savings. This is obvious, just saving your money. And the third category is minimalism. And that just means living below your means. So let's get into each one of those. Let's break them down for you and give a quick example of each one of these things and why financial literacy and these few subjects are very, very important for anybody. This is something that everybody needs to sit down and listen to. So, as I was saying, the first one is affordability. Now, like as I said earlier, all this means is if you're making, doesn't matter how much, $30,000, $40,000, or $100,000 a year, no matter how much you're making, you should not be spending a crazy amount of money. I don't care if it's on a house, I don't care if it's on a car or any of your monthly bills. You should be budgeting your money. Do not go out there and make a $40,000 purchase on a brand new car if you're only making $40,000 a year. That doesn't make any sense. The likelihood that you're going to run into issues or problems paying that back is extremely high. Whereas if you were making, like I say, $100,000 a year and you only bought a $20,000 car, that's going to be much easier for you to budget and manage. It's going to be much more affordable for you. So a big category of financial literacy is actually budgeting your money correctly and making sure everything you do is affordable. So don't buy a brand new car. It's a huge waste of money. That's just one example. If you're going to buy a house, make sure you get a good deal on the house. Don't buy something that is going to cost you $100,000 in repairs but is costing you $400,000 altogether. Again, waste of money. Make sure it's affordable. Do a lot of research before you do anything, before you make any big purchases. Okay, so the second category is going to be savings. Now this is pretty straightforward. Save your money, save it and invest it. If you're getting however much money you're getting a month or a week or every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, whatever it is, I don't care how often you get paid, I don't care how often you don't get paid. If you're getting paid, save it. Even if it's $20 from every paycheck, you're not going to miss it. $20 is immediately as soon as you get a paycheck, you would have probably spent that on popcorn at the movie theater. You won't miss it. It'll be invested. Save it. I don't care what you do with it. Just take it out your paycheck, set it aside. Super simple. I would recommend at least about 10% of your paycheck from no matter who you are. If you can start saving 10% of each one of your paychecks, that's a good way of getting started. Once you get more older in age, I would start bumping that up to about 50 to maybe even 80% of your paycheck if you're getting close to retirement. But it also depends on how close you are to your retirement goals. So second category, straightforward, savings. All right, and the last category for financial literacy would be minimalism. And all that means is living below your means. If you're making, let's say, $2,000 every month at your job, let's say you get paid every week, you make $500 a week, after taxes, and you come to about $2,000 in net income every month. Do not go out there and have a car payment for $600, insurance for another $300, phone bill for $400. It's ridiculous.
Phone bill $400.
Some people, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not 400, but like 200, because some people's phone plans can be expensive, and then you finance the phone. So maybe not 400, but could be up there in the hundreds. So just minimalism. Live below your means. You don't need a $400 anything if you can't afford it every month. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a brand new car. Doesn't matter if it's anything. I know it's kind of easier said than done. You know, I can't tell you not to go rent a house or an apartment, or buy a house if you need a house, but you gotta really learn to live below your means. Maybe don't go out to eat at a restaurant every 2 weeks if you can't afford it, because you living below your means is going to help you with saving money, and affordability is going to help you with saving money, which in turn is going to benefit you in retirement. Think about it. If you purchase a stock right now for $20 right now, 10 years from now that stock could be worth $200. So every $20 that you set aside today can be $200 in the future. So every $20 that you're saving is only going to be multiplied in the future. So this is why I hate to see people get started with retirement when they're like 70 years old, because it's like you're really going to struggle unless you're saving like 90% of your paycheck. You don't want to be sitting there spending only 10% of all the money you make because you're trying to hurry up and save for retirement. Honestly, you're just not going to make it in time. You kind of got to budget and just work for the rest of your life because you missed out. And there are things that you can do to help increase your total net income, like maybe overtime, picking up a side job. All these things can help you with this. But like I said, financial literacy. This is just the first entry-level video of what you need to understand. Minimalism, affordability, and savings. You keep those three tricks, those not even tricks, those three topics, those three main points, and you can master them. I don't care if you're making $100,000 a year or $10,000 a year. You can become rich or wealthy. That's all it takes. You don't need to be making $1 million a year to be rich or successful. You don't. You can be making minimum wage and just save your money, and you can become wealthy off of that. It just takes a little bit more time, but it's completely possible. So don't just blow your paycheck as soon as you get it. Don't live paycheck to paycheck. Save your money. Make sure you're making well-informed and affordable financial decisions, and please live below your means. You don't need a fancy luxury car everywhere you go. You don't need one. A $2,000 beater will last you just fine if it's only to commute to and from work. Nothing wrong with that. So keep those three things in mind. I hope all of you can use this information to benefit yourself or anybody else you know. If you think somebody needs to hear this video, share it with them. Because there are a lot of people who do not know this information, who do not think about this information. I can't tell you how many people you see, how many people I know, friends and family, who are living paycheck to paycheck. Whether because they bought an expensive car they couldn't afford, they bought a house too soon, or whatever the reason may be. They might not be saving their paycheck, they're just spending it all at restaurants, movies, the club, I don't care where you go. But these three things, everybody should have been taught them a long time ago, preferably in high school as a graduation requirement. Please, educational system, hear this video and make this a thing. Thank you. If you like the video, subscribe, hit the like button. Next week, we got something new.